I'm Paul Adams, and I'm running for St. Croix County Board, District 6. I was born and raised in Pasadena, California, and I attended both public and private Christian schools, graduating from high school in 1972. My father was a World War II veteran, and my mother was a nurse and homemaker. Both of them have since passed. I have one sister who is also a nurse, and she lives in San Gabriel, California with her daughter. My elementary and junior high school years, I was in Boy Scouts in Pasadena, California, where I earned the rank of Eagle Scout. Those were great years in scouting, and serving as a troop quartermaster would interest me greatly in my future years in the United States Marine Corps. I graduated from junior college at Pasadena City College, and my collegiate years were at the University of Southern California, where I earned a degree in sociology. While also at USC, I earned a scholarship in the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps, and upon graduation day, I was commissioned a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps. For over 27 years and 7 months, I served our nation as a United States Marine. My duty assignments spanned from California to North Carolina, from Northern California to Southern California, Hawaii, and Japan. Those were great years, and in them I raised 3 of my 4 children, who all were born on military bases and who all entered life from military bases. I have a master's degree from the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps War Colleges, and I also have a master's in aviation safety from Central Missouri University. I am a 20-year volunteer member of the Civil Air Patrol, serving in the Minnesota wing in logistics, and I am also a licensed FAA pilot where I fly for Civil Air Patrol as a transport and mission pilot. I moved to St. Croix County upon retirement from the Marine Corps in 2004, first starting in Prescott and then moving to Hudson with my wife Lori in 2013. Between the two of us, we have 4 children. The oldest lives in London, England. The next girl lives in Seattle, Washington. Our son lives in Charleston, South Carolina. And our last daughter lives in Red Wing, Minnesota with her husband and our 3 wonderful grandsons. My involvement in Hudson spans being the chair of the Hudson Police and Fire Commission, and I'm on the newly commissioned Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee for the City of Hudson. I currently work at St. Paul Public Schools, providing administrative support to the Chief Operations Officer and the Chief of Schools. I have been with St. Paul Public Schools for 16 plus years. I attend and have attended Faith Community Church in Hudson since 2011, where I serve as a youth mentor. Hudson and the St. Croix Valley are a wonderful place to live, work, and play, and I am honored and privileged to call St. Croix County and Hudson my home. My motivation to run for county board comes from a continuing desire to serve and support the place I call home. Our nation, state, and county are enduring difficult times that may only get worse in the months and years to come. These times will require pragmatic, disciplined, well thought out, and people-centered decision making. The county is a major interface between city and state government, wielding immense authority and policy-making powers. Historically rooted in the English shire system, which was a local administrative arm of the crown, the American county is a major interface between the people and the state. St. Croix County must have supervisors who are willing to think and act in the full best interests of the residents and not the county body. The board must be willing to think outside the box and not be subject to the winds and pull and push of what may seem popular at the time. This is my reason for running for St. Croix County Board. I'd like to talk about some of the most important issues that are facing St. Croix County in the months and years to come. The first is public safety and support for our County Sheriff's Department and our District Attorney's Office. As we've seen, just across the river, law and order, the rule of law, and holding people accountable is critical for an orderly, well-run society. Second, holding the line in reducing taxation of county residents. With inflation, supply chain disruptions, and worker shortages, now is not the time to impose heavy increased taxes on county residents. Third, supporting our local area library and county health entities. Both of these agencies provide critical and needed support to county residents in good times and tough times, and we need to make sure that they are well funded and able to accomplish the mission. Fourth, providing funding and support for county infrastructure to ensure that our roads, bridges are well maintained and able to support every county resident to be able to live, work, and play within the county. Additionally, pushing broadband from Hudson and the western portion of our county throughout all of the county is critical to ensuring that every resident has the means of interfacing with this electronic and global world that we all live in. And lastly, retaining and hiring top caliber employees for all of our county agencies is critically important to ensure that those things that need to get done will get done to the fullest and most efficient extent possible. Our county workers are the best in the state, and we must ensure that we take care of them for the good of all residents of St. Croix County. I'd like to highlight some of the qualifications that I feel will hold me in good stead as a supervisor on the St. Croix County Board for District 6. The first is my 27 years and 7 months as United States Marine Corps officer, retiring at the grade of colonel. For those 27 years, I served in logistics and transportation units. I also commanded a Marine Corps security force company at a naval weapons station, providing high security for vital national assets. And I commanded Marines and sailors from the platoon level up to brigade, where my last command, I was in charge of 800 Marines and sailors, providing full combat service support to a Marine expeditionary force. For 3 years, I served on the Town Home Owners Association for City Walk in Woodbury, Minnesota. I was on the inaugural board, and I was voted in as the vice president, where I served all 3 years as vice president. During that time, we were involved in a builder's lawsuit due to significant defects in the townhomes. We dealt with legal agencies, we dealt with the city of Woodbury and others in order to try to get some remediation and compensation for the townhome owners. I served 9 years on the airport commission under the city of South St. Paul for the Fleming Field South St. Paul Airport. This commission provided advice and oversight over the airport to the airport manager and to the city of South St. Paul. During those 9 years, we prepared and submitted a plan to improve the runway and other airport infrastructures through the Federal Aviation Administration. For 20 years, I've served as a volunteer in the Civil Air Patrol in the Minnesota wing. During that time, I served in the squadron level for the St. Paul Squadron that's based at the Army National Guard facility at the downtown airport in St. Paul. I was the assistant director for cadets and squadron safety officer. I moved over to the wing level where I served as the director of logistics for the entire Minnesota wing for 8 years. I'm also a licensed civil aviation pilot where I have a commercial license. I'm qualified in single engine, multi-engine, and helicopter aircraft. For Civil Air Patrol, I flew as a transport pilot and as a mission pilot and air crew member. And currently, I serve as the chair of the Hudson Police and Fire Commission. I've been on the commission for going on 6.5 years and recently took over as the chair. The Police and Fire Commission is a Wisconsin state statute commission designed to take politics out of the hiring of police and firefighters in Wisconsin communities. It has been an honor to have served on that commission, and I can say that at this point, I've been involved in the hiring of every officer, except maybe one or two, for the City of Hudson Police Department. I believe that service in these areas qualifies me to serve as a supervisor on the St. Croix County Board for District 6. I'd like to thank you for your time in viewing this video, and I would like to ask for your vote and your word of mouth in helping me be elected as the St. Croix County Board Supervisor for District 6. There are many things I could be doing with my time. I still work for St. Paul Public Schools. I'm a grandfather, I'm a father, I'm a husband. So I have a fair amount on my plate. But I feel that this is a time in which my qualifications, my experience would be of value to St. Croix County and the residents of all members of the county to help ensure that we have the best place to live, work, and grow that we can have in our piece of heaven here in western Wisconsin. Following my comments, you will see a slide that has contact information on how to reach me. You'll see a website address, you'll see a Facebook address, and you'll also see a means to contribute to my campaign. These efforts for the average citizen are not inexpensive. And so any way that you can support my campaign, it would be greatly appreciated. Again, I thank you for your time, and I ask for your vote for Paul Adams for St. Croix County Board, District 6. Thank you, and God bless.